Boom. All right. Day one of boot camp. Who's ready to get their booties kicked? I'm super excited. Yeah, Michelle, you guys, don't forget the shirts. Y'all need to get the shirts. Michelle told me so. I did it because Michelle told me to. Okay, so I'm going to roll through a little bit of what we're going to be doing over the next 6 weeks, so you guys all have a good idea of what it's going to look like. And then we'll kind of start jumping into the training part of it. So this is, like I said, 6 weeks. Today is day one. This is week one. So if you look at the calendar, rolling through 6 weeks, we're going to be finishing right before Christmas. So kind of perfect timing how that all aligns. And what you get during this is we have a 1-hour training call, like you're on right now, every week. For 6 weeks. So we'll have that. As of right now, my plan is Tuesdays at 6. I might end up taking a poll of the group to see if we need to adjust time. I know no matter what time I pick, everyone's not going to be here. So I'm well aware of that. For right now, this is what we're going to roll with. So go ahead and block out Tuesdays at 6 o'clock for the next 6 weeks. On top of that, so I want you guys, and I think we're all smart enough to realize that just being here is not enough. If you're kind of wasting your time if you're just going to show up on these calls and that's all you're going to do. You have to apply the training. Okay, so part of that is we are going to have what I call work with me sessions, also called power hours. We are going to have weekly calls where you can get on and apply our work. Okay, we are going to work together because we are here to learn how to build a Plexus business, right? Everyone, yes, that's why we're here, right? Okay, good. And in this is for anyone who's like, I want to learn how to make a couple $100 this month, to I want to be a Michelle. I want to have 6 figures. You might want to be a $1 million earner. That's my goal, is to be a $1 million earner. So if that, I am teaching you the tools for all ends of the spectrum. Okay. First, it's let's make a couple $100 this month. And if that just keeps going awesome, if you keep doing the things, you can't just do it for a month and think you're going to end up being a $1 million earner, right? If you just do it in November, not going to happen. If you just do it for 6 weeks, it's not going to happen. But if you keep going with it, it can turn you into a $1 million earner. I am coached by a $1 million earner in our company, and she is actually the one that put this together. So I think there might be something to it. Okay, so our work with me sessions, we're going to have at least one of those a week. They're not required to be on them. Once again, I know no matter what I do, everyone's not going to be able to be on it. So I have 2 scheduled for this week. Go ahead and write these down as well. Tomorrow, aka Wednesday at noon, is one option. And you can jump on all of them or one of them or none of them. Okay. So Wednesday at noon, and then Saturday morning at 9 a.m. I knew Audrey was going to make a face to that one.
It's possible. 9's not terrible.
9's not terrible. I am not a morning person. Y'all know me. I don't get up until 8 o'clock almost every morning. And so if I am scheduling a time for us to work together, it's not that bad.
Right. Supposed to be getting out of my comfort zone anyways.
Right. We might as well just keep on rolling with it.
Right.
So those are the 2 this week. I'm not going to say that that's what we're going to have every week. I will let you know when the work with me sessions are going to be. But that's what we have this week. And then you also will have the opportunity to do a one-on-one coaching call. It may be with me. It may be with Joy. If Joy is your immediate upline, it could be with both of us. It just kind of depends on the timing and all of those kinds of things. In order to get a coaching call with us, you have to do your work. Our time is valuable. Your time is valuable. If you're not putting the work in, it's not a value to my time. It's not a value to Joy's time. Okay. So you need to show that you are doing your work. That can look like sending us a picture of your list, sending us a picture of some of your messages, actually getting someone signed up, those kinds of things, putting us in three-way messages. Those are signs that you are doing the work. We just need to know that there's some kind of something happening. Okay. So that is what you get every week. You get those, a training call, a group training call, the work with me's, and then a one-on-one coaching call. Okay. So that's kind of the rundown. You will also get a PDF every week. So the PDF I dropped in the group that we're going to be coaching on today, that is today's, that is for this week's. Next week, we'll have a new one.
Oh, it's weekly. Okay.
It is weekly. Yes. So we will be training on that. We will continue to roll with that as we go along. Oh, and one other thing, in all of our training sessions, we're covering 2 topics. I don't think I mentioned this. We are going to be covering mindset, because that's 80% of our business. If your head's not in the right place, your business is not going to be in the right place. Joy and I have been talking about this a lot lately, and just like us gearing up for you guys, there's going to be massive momentum coming. And we know we're at the forefront of that momentum. We have to start the momentum. We have to start the excitement. Our heads need to be in the right space. So what have Joy and I have been doing the last couple of days? We've been like sending each other podcasts and like all these fun little things to help keep our heads in the right place, to get our mindset in check, because that is number one. And so we've both we had a call today, and she said, here's kind of a thought process, but I know I need to think this instead. And so we talk through those. So if you all of a sudden are like hitting a roadblock with your mindset and you're like, this is coming up, I'm having this thought process, I need to work through it, you can call me, you can call Joy, you can shoot us a message, and we'll help work you through that. Like, hey, I have this, this is my thought process when I'm thinking about messaging someone. This is a roadblock for me. Okay, let's talk through. Why are you feeling that way?
Mm-hmm.
What is a way we can reframe that? Can we reframe it to a more positive way? So instead of like, oh, this person's going to think that I'm salesy, can you think, I love this. Y'all aren't salesy. You know what salesy? The 500 emails I get every day with sales. Those are salesy. And I don't go after the company like, why are you sending me this crap? I'll just delete it.
No, what's salesy is those men profiles that are saying, "Hey, you're so beautiful. How are you? How come you haven't replied? Hello." Yeah, we all get those.
I'll pay you $5,000 a week for you to be my sugar mama.
I saw your profile. You're so beautiful. Can we be friends? I just want to know you more.
I had a really good one. Side note, because we're talking about this, one of my friends shared it. So she got basically kind of one of those, someone was commenting on her stories like, oh, you're cute. And then the next one was kind of chubby, but cute. But I like it. And she's like, oh, that you got me on that one. Anyways, so
if obviously what they are doing gets people, so we don't have to be like that, and we'll get people.
God.
Okay.
So
I've seen those. I didn't know they were like
oh, I've had them. I've had
people want to be your friends, and people, comment on stuff, and I just never click on it or answer.
You probably have a whole bunch of hidden messages.
Yeah. They usually end up in hidden messages.
Yeah.
I read to my husband the other day, and he was like, what, why? And I was like, babe, it's not like, it's not.
I know. Yeah.
Not real.
I read one to Alan. Was like, oh, this guy wants to be my sugar daddy. Should I entertain him?
$5,000 a week. Sure.
Right.
So, okay. So that's a little bit of like, we need to like positive mindset, all of that kind of stuff. So if you are kind of going through the PDF, the first part is building your belief. And kind of we need to sometimes change our beliefs and construct new ones. In order to change said belief, you need to know what that belief is, right? And we can change our beliefs. If y'all don't remember what we went through over the last few years, people started thinking one thing, and then we got brainwashed to think another thing, and brainwashed to think another thing. So your beliefs can change. It's all what kind of influence. It's all what kind of thoughts. Your thoughts, we have 90,000 thoughts a day. Your thoughts are powerful, but if we use them in the right way, they're going to be powerful in the right way. If we use them in the wrong way, they're going to be powerful in the wrong way. So we want to kind of go over what some of our beliefs are. One of them is, what do we believe about network marketing? There can be a lot of negative thoughts about network marketing. But you know what? 80% of six-figure earners are network marketers, female. 80% of female six-figure earners are network marketers. I'm one of them.
Those are good odds. Those are good odds.
Yeah.
So if you have a negative, and I understand, I have to go back and forth every day with my thought process around network marketing, because there are people that have very negative connotations with network marketing. There are people that do network marketing horribly. But if you use network marketing the right way, it is so beautiful and so powerful. Like, you guys are here because I saw the power in network marketing in a positive. Not every second I did that, but in the grand scheme, I saw the positivity that could be created and the impact that could be created in network marketing. And I saw it for my family. Like, look what it does for families. So writing down, even if your thought process, your belief is negative, you need to write that down. Because then we need to work on changing that belief to something that's in a positive. Okay, so we're going to acknowledge if it's negative, and you might have multiple different beliefs. Like, for some things, like there's some network marketing companies that I'm like, oh, hey, there's a lot of network that I have very negative beliefs towards. However, the next question is, what do you believe about Plexus? Y'all, I have nothing negative to say about Plexus. And I know a lot about Plexus. I know the people that started the company. I know the people that run the company. I know the people that we call them at the home office, AKA the corporate side of Plexus. Obviously, there's a corporate. That's not just network marketing. There's people that run the company, right? I know them. I know our customer service people, you guys, like first name basis, customer service. And then I also know people that are at the tippy top of our company. I know our products in and out. Like, I have massive belief in 7.5 years of Plexus. Okay. If there's something in your belief that's missing, so when you're looking at Plexus, there's multiple different things we can look at. What's your belief in the business structure? What's your belief in the products? What's your belief in the compensation plan? I feel like there's another thing. I'm going to stop there because that's what I got. I don't remember what the first one I said was. The business. If there is a gap, if you like, I would rate those like 1 through 10. Where is your belief? 10 would be off the charts. 10 is like, I'm so strong here. 1 would be I don't know. I'm struggling I'm driving the struggle bus, right? So rate that. I want a rate of how your belief is in Plexus of those different things, like the business, the comp plan, the products. And the ones that are lowest, those are the ones we need to work on the most. You have to have belief in Plexus if you're going to sell it. And yes, I'm not big into saying that we're selling Plexus. I believe we're sharing Plexus more than anything, but at the end of the day, we are selling products. Okay.
We're selling a lifestyle.
We are selling a lifestyle. Yeah. Yes. A positive lifestyle. Yeah. And then what do you believe about your abilities and your potential? There are going to be negative thought process here, but there can also be positive thought processes. So what are your positive abilities you're bringing to the table? Maybe you're super outgoing and you can have a conversation with anyone. Maybe you have a really strong network. Maybe you are super like ingredient oriented and you know the ins and outs of all the products. I'm not talking about myself or anything over here. Okay, so what are the positive things? And then what do you struggle with when it comes to your abilities? Because obviously we need to strengthen those. How can we strengthen those? You don't have a large network? Great, neither did I. The $1 million earner that I got all this training from, she started with 150 Facebook friends and in 2.5 years was making $1 million. Did she use her network as an excuse? Quite the opposite. Okay, so I'm going to just read this. Beliefs are a funny thing. You see, most are actually borrowed and brought to us from others. So Joy and I were talking about this today. What would you do? What would you be doing if you didn't care what someone else thought? What would you say? How would you act? My 4-year-old doesn't give a crap what anyone thinks. And I freaking love her. And I love her fire. I love her spirit so much. It is so contagious. I want to be more like JD, like straight. It is so powerful if we tune into kids can be ruthless. Yes, they can be. She's so sweet. I'm so sassy. If we start thinking, being selfish here and showing up as our true authentic self, we're going to change how we act, how we show up, and what we think, what we believe about ourselves. If you can identify any beliefs above that are originated from someone else, their opinion, thoughts, what you've heard, what you felt, highlight them. Which ones are actually what you believe, things that you've created in your mind, not from someone else. Okay. Who is the person I want to be and how do I want to leave an impact? To live an impact. How do you want to leave an impact? So this is something that I want you to journal on. What does your next best future self look like? And that's one thing. I had a call yesterday with a girl about the business. Speaking of, I'm going to message her real quick. She's supposed to be on here. She's terrible at Facebook. So,
oh, look what I just found. It is retrieved. Gotta stash those.
Network marketing makes you grow in ways that you never thought you could grow. It pushes you more than anything else I have ever experienced. And I am one of those, I always go back to like, it's because I'm an athlete. I was trained my entire life to always do better. How do I get better? How do I get better? How do I get better? Network marketing does that. How do I get better? How do I get better? How do I become a better recruiter? How do I become a better leader? How do I show up better for my team? How do I make better content? How do I have better conversations? That's always what I'm working towards. So in here, who do you want to be? And we're not looking at like the best, most awesome version of you. What's just that next level version of you? How are we going to create that? Okay, so ways to build belief about yourself, about the business, about your abilities, all of that. So here's some of the steps. Be around like-minded, supportive community of people doing the same thing. That's us.
Check.
Done. And that's why I like talking about network marketing. What is so amazing and powerful about network marketing? That. Being around like-minded, supportive community. Read and study what you're participating in. Podcasts, books, YouTubes, Google. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this a little bit more later, was kind of my plan. But if you don't have it yet, exactly what to say, I think we've gone through. This is going to help us with having those conversations. So this is a book, okay? This is part of what when we have the right conversations, check, right? Audrey's over there. Check, check, check.
Check, check. Okay.
That's going to be helpful. If you guys want to write these down, some podcasts that you can tune into. Actually, I'm going to put this. I have no idea how you say his name. It's Craig Groeschel.
Can you put it in the chat or
Yep.
in our chat? Okay.
Put it in there. That's a podcast. It's a leadership podcast. I've been listening to him the last couple of days. He's great. So for like leadership mindset kind of thing. And then Ed Milet is incredible. There's a really good one that I sent to like join a few people. That's how do you 10x your life? That's really powerful. Hold on, there's one. I think there's one more. Oh, Network Marketing Ninja. So these are going to be specifically about like leadership, mindset, network marketing, those kinds of things. So there's a few podcasts that you can tune into. I recommend listening to one thing every day that's going to get you in a positive space to focus on your mindset and get your beliefs stronger. I also tune into, if you're not already in there, you need to be in the Plexus Brand Ambassador Academy, I believe is what it is. It's a Facebook group. They have calls fairly every few days. They have a call in there. They had one today. Those trainings are great. You're going to learn more about the company, about how to grow. Like today, they were talking about how to go gold. Part of that is creating silvers, having conversations. Okay. So there was a training in there today. All but Joy are still here to go gold. So that would be a great call to listen into. So it's always done by one of our top leaders. Those calls, you also like one of our corporate people run the calls as well. So it's really cool to tune in and like see corporate, like listen to people that are from corporate. We have Monday huddles. Every Monday there's a huddle. They call it a huddle. And a lot of the times our CEO or our president are on there, and it's really like get to know who founded our company, who's at the top of our company. I spent 30 minutes talking with our CEO's wife while we were on the cruise. She's stinking incredible. She's from Australia. Sweetest thing, was pouring so much belief. You guys, belief into me. She says, you're going to go diamond. And when it's your time, you will be a diamond. She doesn't even know what that, she's like, I have no idea how much money you guys make. I don't, what are the different levels? Where are you now? What's the next step? She had no idea. She had no clue. She's just there supporting her husband, being incredible, like getting to know people. It doesn't matter how much money I make to her. She could care less. She's like, you will be at the top of the company when it's your time. So that's Filling Our Cup, podcasts, books, YouTube, all of those. Watch and read success stories of real people. So I'm going to be putting together another one. We're going to do our Stories of Hope call again, coming up soon. I was going to do it next week, and then I was like, Thanksgiving is kind of throwing a wrench in my plans here. But those are good. Diamond documentaries. You can find them on the Plexus website. If you search Diamond documentaries, you can find it. You can also go onto YouTube and type in Plexus Diamond documentary, and you will find a whole bunch there as well. So the Diamond documentaries, once you hit the top rank of their company, they make videos about your story. They're like 7 minutes long. They're really short and they're very powerful. And so I recommend, I challenge you guys to watch one every day. See what that does for your mindset. They're beautiful. And you'll also start thinking of other people that need to check out Plexus. Like these people that are stay-at-home moms that live in a town of 300 people, that are nurses, that are military, that are teachers, all the things. Single parents. They've all done it. Okay. So, stories sell too, by the way.
I just want to add like one other category that has done it. People being off of food stamps. The Rainies. I love their
I heard
story.
YouTube. I didn't hear I couldn't hear you.
Oh, baby, sorry. I was just saying that Scott Rainey, right?
Kyle Rainey.
Kyle Rainey. That's Kyle Rainey. His diamond documentary with the Oregon Trail card, holding it.
Yes.
And saying, I keep this in my wallet. Because they were on food stamps before they got started.
Kyle and Cassie Rainey used to live in Oregon. They just moved out of Oregon to Idaho, but they are a diamond. They're both diamond. They're husband and wife. They were living off of food stamps when they started Plexus. And now they're making like $1 million a year. Okay, come to calls and events, get more knowledge, exposure, show up on things like this, you guys. And our community huddle, or not our community huddles, our coaching calls every week, that kind of stuff. Become more competent. Competent breeds confidence. Competence comes through practice, knowledge, putting into repetition. AKA, you can go on to, if you're like, I want to learn more about some of our products, go onto YouTube and type in Plexus Balance, Plexus Triplex, Plexus Metaburn, like Plexus products. Like, you're going to find information. And YouTube, like, it's so easy to listen to a video while you're driving, getting ready for work, cooking dinner, whatever it is. Like, always be plugged into something and be a student, really. Okay. Now, how do you build a Plexus business? That's why we're here, right? So belief, huge. We need to believe. Okay. We also need to know how to have conversations. We need to know how to present the business and the products, not just products, business and products to people. We are not just selling products. We are selling an opportunity. We are selling a lifestyle, right? So don't sell yourself short. There are people that are building massive businesses with Plexus, and they always lead with the business. Business first, product second. That's how some people roll. I do a mix of both. I have been leaning more towards the business in the past few years. And the beauty of leading with the business is you follow up with the products. You can't lead with the products and follow up with the business, because if they do not want your products, how are they going to become part of your business? You have to be a product of the product, right? You have to take the products in order to be able to sell them. So that's one thing, is if there's a no to the business, there could be a yes to the products. And then a happy product user could turn into a business builder. Okay. So there are there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different options of presenting the product here. This is, once you basically you're now at the point, I'm going to say the order of this template is not my favorite. I'm going to try and reorder it at some point in time, because you have to ask someone about trying the products first. And then this part of the conversation comes in. Basically, this is where we're at of making a recommendation. And one of these I actually kind of used today. So are you an all-in kind of person, or are you more wanting to dip your toes in? Either one is fine. I just love to know your personality when it comes to that. I asked someone this today. I literally was, are you more of an all-in person or a dip your toe in? And I was surprised to dip my toe. And I was like, okay, I'm going to start smaller then. But here's another thing. Most people, when they're like, ooh, dip toe, small, you might not even think 100 PV combo. You know what my thought was? 100 PV combo add-on. So she's going to be ordering $150 worth of product. And I want that for multiple reasons. It makes me more money. It gives her more results. There's more products in her hand. She's going to like more things. She's more likely to keep ordering higher things because she's experiencing more products. And I also get points to Punta Cana, which I've already earned, but I am going to sweep the contest for $2,500. Okay. So there's multiple reasons we want our customers to be successful. So we want to give them the products that are going to be successful with. Okay. So I didn't just say, here's a combo of 1 product, 2 products, 3 products. I said, these are the 4 products. I'm going to make a custom combo for you. This is what you need. I am the expert. She's not the expert. I tell her what she needs. I said, these are going to give you the best results, and they are going to, and then I label the things that she's looking for. She needs her A1C balance because she's diabetic. She needs weight loss. She wants to get off her depression, anxiety meds. I said, these are the things that are going to help you get there. And I pinpointed them. It's going to help you lose weight. It's going to help get your blood sugar in balance, which is your A1C is going to be lower. And it's going to help support your mental health and your energy, because when you have more energy, your mental health is better. You're going to eat better. You're going to show up better. Okay. That's legit how the conversation that I had with her. Okay. Kind of talking through these, I have 2 top recommendations. You'd love either one. First is the gold standard. So this is, instead of asking if they want to go big or go home or dip their toe, you're just going to say, here's your 2 options. Which one would you prefer? Okay. So it's the same kind of thing. Next is, you can't really go wrong with anything we have here. It's all so good. But what I'm thinking you'd love is the exact same thing I take. It's what gave me the results I saw. Of course, we're not the same person, so you might have different experience or results at a different pace. I think it's really important to set expectations out the door. Like, you're going to love this. What the amount of time it takes, it could be a little bit longer than it took me. It could be shorter than it took me. I don't even tell people how long it took me, really, because actually it was about a couple of weeks for me to actually really start experiencing changes. But you're setting up kind of expectations of, we're not sure how long it's going to take. And we're also not sure what your changes are going to be. But this is, I think you're going to love, I know you're going to love this. Confidence. It's simple, clean, easy to use. It's this and has this. How's that sound? Next one. Here's the thing you've seen me raving about. It's the exact system I use and love. And pretty much all my friends are taking it at this point. You'll love it. Of course, it's not an overnight thing. If you're in for staying consistent, you'll get there. Once again, realistic expectations. This lady that I was talking to, she actually commented on my post and was like, oh, I think I tried this before. I was like, I called her out in the post. Straight up. Did you try it? Or did you actually be consistent with it? And I remember her. Like, it was a whole thing. And I called her out and she's like, oh, I just tried the 3-day. I'm like, yeah, you tried it. You didn't actually do it.
Yeah.
I said, if you're willing,
I tasted it.
yeah, if you're willing to actually do it, it will give you the results. And then she messaged me. And so then we were talking in Messenger, and I was like, and I straight up said, if you're not willing to give this at least 90 days, this probably isn't the thing for you. If you are, then I'd love to work with you and I'd love to see the results you're going to have. So then we got into the what products. So she leaned into it. She said, yes, how much is 90 days going to cost me? So that conversation went. If your people aren't going to stick on it for 90 days, yeah. If they're like, let me give it a month and we'll see how it goes, I will work with them. Yes. But I want them to understand that 30 days is barely brushing the surface. Right? Okay. So here's a couple there's a couple more in here. You'll love the way you feel after a few days, and especially after a few weeks. For me, the sweet spot was running into month 3, waking up feeling like a totally different person, having energy and feeling like my old self again. It didn't happen all at once overnight, but I felt like I was shedding layers over time. And at that 3-month mark, I realized just how much had changed. Change isn't always easy to spot. So here's what I would suggest. Write down everything you're feeling right now, everything that's a struggle, everything that hurts, every symptom. As you go week by week and month by month, I want you to cross off the things you're not experiencing anymore. You'll look back and see how much has changed. I actually talk through that with people after they get started. I ask them to journal all the things that they're dealing with now, and so they can go back and revisit it. I also ask them to take pictures, a selfie and a full body, because this is where I see so much change in people. That's what my before and after is. If you guys haven't seen Elise's recently, just from like April, her face has changed so much. Her inflammation is down, and that is huge. Like Audrey, yours that you posted the other day, powerful, so powerful. So that's why I'm like, I don't really care if you like, I don't want to see the damn scale. Like, show me what your face looks like. Do you want to be prettier? Take some Plexus.
Or just the way your clothes fit, or
Yep.
I mean, not everybody wants
Yep.
to take a selfie, but yeah, just like, okay, are you wearing the same clothes you were wearing? Or, you know,
Yep.
how's your energy? How's, you know, all kinds of things.
Right. Exactly. Okay, so now we're gonna go into how do we make product recommendations. So we kind of talk through like, you know, this is kind of how you tell them these products are going to be great for you, but what are we going to recommend? Okay, so we want to keep it simple. So this talks about like the triplex. The triplex is like my main go-to for almost anything. If I'm going to go with a small combo, they are more than likely going to get the triplex. Okay, that is like the little. If they have any kind of health issue going on, guess what? Triplex. Everyone needs triplex. If they want to lose weight, they need the triplex. Honestly, I hate the weight loss basics combo. Like, we don't need that. Like, it's not really attacking why they're overweight. And I'm like, let's get to the reason why you're actually overweight. If they're looking to lose weight, triplex and reset. Like, that's my smallest place that I really go. Like, if you really want to lose some weight, triplex and reset. So that's just kind of my personal thought process. So a triplex or a custom advanced combo, I recommend two options. You can do two options when you're talking with someone, the larger and a smaller. A lot of the times when I go larger, I am like a custom combo, a custom advanced combo, or like weight loss advanced combo, like a $200 combo, and then adding reset. That is my usual. It's like a $300 or custom weight loss, or the weight loss advanced and the reset is $299. I will start there a lot of the time and then give them a smaller, just like it will take out the reset, or we'll take out, you know, like the shakes and the active or something. We'll do triplex and reset. Those are like super go-to. This we'll also kind of talk about with the reset here. Tell them what the reset is and see if they're ready to do a reset. If they're not ready for a reset, we can always throw that in later. However, the reset is a very powerful thing to sell. It gives results very quickly. People get very excited, and they're more likely to keep going when they're seeing good, big results. And they're also more likely to share. They're going to be excited, so they're going to open their mouth up and tell other people about it. So that's one of the reasons I really like bringing the reset in early. But if they are freaked out about not being able to eat for 3 days, we might need to baby step into it. If they are like me as well, and Kirsten, if they're skinny minis, the reset is not a place to go, right? We don't want them losing weight. Okay, so kind of some things to consider. What are their bathroom habits like? If they are constipated, if they're going like once a week, they need more BioCleanse. A 60 count BioCleanse is not going to be enough. We need to get them like 120 or 180 BioCleanse. They're going to need to be taking more BioCleanse. If they are dealing with, if they have an autoimmune disorder like I do, and they are dealing with incontinence, don't give them BioCleanse. They might need, they're probably magnesium deficient. However, if we make them poop their pants,
it's no fun.
They're not gonna want to stick around. So I am all, this is one I'm very aware of because I lived life over here. We need to be careful with BioCleanse sometimes. So it's good to ask them, like, what are your bathroom habits like? Are they more sick than the average person? Are they dealing with pretty chronic health issues? We might need to we're going to need to baby step them into it. So there are people that are like all in, like 4 Probio 5, let's detox, let's pound this out. Yeah, I'm in for it. You could send people to the hospital if they are chronically ill and they take 4 Probio 5 out of the gate. So if you know that there is chronic illness, if they're like a Michelle, we need to have like 1 ProBio 5 and wait another week. And we might even have to go slower than that. Okay. So it might be like a week of just Slim. This is where ease comes in. And it talks about this. Chronically ill, start them slower, like Slim and ease and a vitamin. And then you can add one more other thing, like very slowly. I'm like, if they're chronically ill, ease, get them a crap ton of ease, load them up with ease, and then we'll slowly start the other things. Because we've got to get that inflammation down. Okay. If it's a gut health focus, if gut health is a focus and mood has always been an issue, make sure to get Vital Biome on board because it's amazing. And it also helps with digestion issues. I think we all know Vital Biome. Vital Biome and ease are like this team's like secret weapons. It's like
every day.
Bread and butter.
I love
bread
it.
and butter right there. Yep. Okay, so that's kind of gut health and chronic health issues, kind of talking through those. Best things for weight loss. So protein. One of the biggest things is people are eating like half as much protein or less than they really should be. If they want to lose weight, if they want to feel their best, if they like 1 gram of protein per body pound. And I know that's a of protein.
That's why carnivore diet is all of a sudden becoming some craze. And it's because they're cutting out crap and finally eating their protein.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not a long-term good thing to do.
No, I'm not into carnivore, but I'm like, you need more protein. Like, so protein is huge. So this is where the shakes can come in handy because there's 20 grams of protein in a shake. And also we can get them, if they need more protein, you can have them do 3 scoops. So they're getting 30 grams of protein in their shake. Okay. So that is super helpful when it comes to weight loss. Like I was just talking about the reset. We were just talking about that. 2 Slim a day, if their budget allows. I understand 2 Slim a day can get very expensive because you're not just going to be drinking Slim. You're going to be taking some other products in there as well. However, if they have a budget for it, 2 Slim a day is going to give them 40%. The stats are 40% more benefit. Okay. If they're not pooping, they need gut health because they can be carrying around 15 to 20 pounds of poop. That's a lot of weight you can lose by pooping. So that they're going to need the Bio Cleanse. So weight loss advanced, and a custom basics combo. This says like Slim, MetaBurn, Ease, or Balance. This kind of gives you some ideas of the packs for them. Best for energy and customizable, less capsules. So if you have people, so there's people out there that are like, no way to capsules. Capsules ain't happening. They hate capsules. They're not consistent with capsules. They're really good with drinks though. Like my husband, he's not terrible with capsules. Actually, he can down like so many capsules. However, he's not consistent with capsules. He loves flavored water. He does not like plain water. So the drinks are his home run. He is great with Slim and Active specifically. He drinks them every single day. He's pretty good about hydrate too. But for him, I'm like, crap, I don't care. He sometimes drinks 2 Active and 2 Slim a day. It ends up costing me a lot more money, but he's consistent with it, so I don't care. His capsules are all hit or miss. That's one of those things of like, I asked the woman, not only did I say go big or go home, I asked her if she preferred capsules or drinks. Okay, so that's another question that you can ask them. Would you prefer drinks or would you prefer capsules? They will probably tell you if there's no way that they're going to do capsules. I also have some people that can't stand the taste of stevia. And so it's really hard to get them to do drinks. So I'll go more heavy on capsules versus drinks. Okay. So it's kind of some of the options here. Twin pack of Active or Hydrate. These can also be add-ons. A twin pack of Lean for helping with the protein. Ease capsules for inflammation, X Factor Plus. Everyone needs a vitamin. You can ask them, are you currently taking a multivitamin or multivitamin mineral? Are you currently taking any vitamins? We can swap out the 15 vitamins that they're taking for some reason and give them one. So much easier. Also collagen for hair, skin, and nails. You can ask them if they are currently taking a collagen supplement or a hair, skin, and nail supplement. And our collagen is a hair, skin, and nail supplement. So if they're taking collagen and hair, skin, and nails, guess what? Boom. So much easier. Okay, so that we're kind of talking through some ways to consider adding things on. You can ask them, what are you already taking supplement wise? What's in your cupboard? What kind of vitamins, protein, probiotics, collagen are you currently taking? What about your kids? Do they take vitamins or probiotics? Do they drink sports drinks? Are your kids in sports? So these are like, obviously we're talking about the kids line. We're talking about hydrate. And another thing is when they're getting their products, it's good for them to just start fresh, start clean, and plexus. If they're using something that is hitting it out of the park in a certain area. So I had someone I started a while back that was in like the menopause stage of life and was using some products that were in like herbs kind of stuff that were doing really good for helping with her hot flashes. She stopped taking them when she started plexus and her hot flashes were coming back. And I was like, don't know. Like, if you're using something that is doing that, like, we're going to focus on these other areas. Don't stop doing that if that's working. So I will address, like, if you have something that's really working already, keep doing that. However, if you've got these random things that, like, if they're, like I was talking about the 15 vitamins that they're taking, they're coming to you probably because those aren't working. So saying, set those aside. You don't need to throw them away, unless sometimes I tell people throw them away because it's garbage. Set those aside and let's start fresh. Let's give these a solid try and see what they're going to do for you. We can always come back and revisit those. Okay. So that's a good thing to get started with. Okay. Then it's how to sign people up. We're basically building a cart. I think you guys know I like to call people. I get on the phone and I do it for them because I like customer service, because I like talking through these add-ons. I like talking through, you have perks. This is a subscription. I like getting to know the people I'm signing up. I'm usually signing up strangers. That's another piece of the puzzle. But this literally tells you how to, I don't need to walk through how to build a cart. It's all in there for you. So the last little piece is how to start a conversation. This, like I said, should have been the first page that we went through, but that's okay. It's in there, so we're good. And we're in the middle of this messaging blitz. So this is a great thing to grab and use and send out 10 of these today. You were supposed to come to the call with 10 people. Guess what? When we wrap up, you have message ideas to send. You don't need to use these. However, these are some ideas to kind of start that conversation. Hey, sis, you haven't seemed like yourself lately. Is everything okay? Are you feeling like yourself? That could also be a, hey, I haven't seen you posting. I was supposed to have a podcast recording with someone today. I messaged him and I checked in last night, like, hey, I just wanted to confirm tomorrow. I haven't seen you on Instagram lately. Everything okay? Are we good for tomorrow? And I got a message, hey, I actually had to go away and do this training. I'm absolutely exhausted. Can we reschedule? Okay. So, you can, kind of like, hey, how are things going? If they're not doing so good, if something's coming up, they're going to talk to you and you might be able to say, hey, I have something that I think could help you. Okay. Hey friend, I came across something I've fallen in love with that I think you'd love too. It's all about holistic health and getting to the root of things. And I wondered if I could grab a cup of coffee or lunch with you and chat to get your thoughts on it too. If you don't have time for a cup of coffee or lunch, you can also say, I'd love to jump on the phone and chat with you. I'd love to do a walk and talk with you. I'd love to do, if they're not close, I'd love to do like a virtual coffee date. You can do virtual too. Okay. So something along those lines. Hey friend, been thinking about you and wanting to connect over this. I saw your post about blah, blah, blah. Some kind of health issue, financial issue, something they're dealing with a few days ago and wondered what you've been trying to help with that. So this would be more of like, I have a health issue. But it could also, this is a way to start a conversation about maybe like their finances. Like, what are you guys going to do to buy your Christmas presents? I'm so curious how you guys are going to be able to get through the holidays. Tell me more about what's going on. So you're going to listen. They're going to talk. People like to talk. And then it says, ask them if they've looked into anything natural or if what they know about gut health. Have you ever, tried gut health to support that? What do you know about gut health? How are you supporting your gut health? Hey sis, hoping you're having an amazing day. It's not like me to rave about something unless I love it. And I'm obsessed with the new health system stuff I'm using. My energy is through the roof. I don't need, no, there's typos in here. I don't need sugar like its own food group. There's a couple typos. And I have been sleeping like a log. I just feel better than ever. I'd love to chat with you about it because I feel like every single woman needs this. Are you open to checking out something new? Okay. Make these your own. If that doesn't sound like anything you would say, tweak it so it sounds like you. Hey, so tell me about what you've been doing for your health issue, your fibromyalgia, your eczema. How are you liking it? This is a curiosity conversation starter. Okay. Ask questions, get curious. People want to talk. They will tell you so much if you just ask the right questions. Okay. So that's, oh, I'm going to read this last part. When I do product reach outs, I really do keep it relationship, not strained or forced friendliness, but I keep it back and forth chatty, then broach the conversation casually like, hey, so I've been trying this, or hey, what are your thoughts on supplements? Do you take any? Or wondering what your take is on tackling that naturally. I don't jump right into plexus unless they are super close and I can shoot very straight with them. So you can have a very natural conversation with someone and kind of throw in, what are your thoughts on supplements? I've been doing this with some people I've been talking to that are more they're like coaches in health and wellness and that kind of stuff. Like, hey, I'm curious if you recommend any supplement lines to your clients. So that's kind of approach that I've been taking with some people. You have to kind of see like, what is the relationship? What is the person? What's the best way to introduce in this? Sometimes I'm like, let's talk about plexus. And I ask people like, hey, I'm curious if you have any health goals you're wanting to work towards. That was a message that I sent out to like 40 people today. It was a little bit more into it than that, but I'm in a conversation with a lady who has no money, but she just told me that her husband died 4 months ago and she's trying to figure out how she's going to pay her mortgage. And I asked her about her community and she's like, it's not really there anymore. So I'm going to lean into that, give her love, offer her support through it. She's in a transition. She needs money. We'll see, right? Regardless, I'm going to love on her. So that is essentially our wrap up for today. Does anyone have any questions?
No, I'm just taking notes. I was just wondering, like, I think I've run into, it's very specific. People want to know like numbers. They want to know. I know some of it I can look up and kind of research who's making what, but I don't know that I'm super comfortable disclosing that. I mean, I guess at first I can just say, hey, I'm just starting, I'm ramping this up, but this is the potential. I mean, kind of lean that way.
So
this is where I want to be.
I can, if you're talking about like how much money they can make, I can send you a graphic. We have a really great graphic that shows like sign one person, refer one person, refer 3 people, refer 9 people, and it breaks down how much money they can make this month. So you can use that. If we're talking on costs, you just go to the website and look it up. I've been having to do that more lately because we got rid of our welcome packs. And so it's not so easy. Change. There's a little, I gotta keep learning here too. And sometimes it's just, hey, let me build out a cart for you real quick and we can see how much it costs. Another thing, we didn't discuss this today. Like we went over, yes, how you build a cart, how you have that conversation, how you recommend products. However, what I see people have the best results when they get started is they're putting people in three-way messages. Joy's going to speak to this too. Joy had me in three-way messages almost her entire first 4 months of running to Senior Ruby. She learned and she started having those conversations a little bit more on her own, but it was still a lot of me in those conversations. And that's how she learned how to have the conversations. So you'll learn a little bit more. So I really do recommend when you're first getting started is using your mentors, putting us in three-way chats. And you don't have to ask permission. You can just say like, hey, I'm going to put you in this chat with my friend, Michelle. Don't say my upline. That's network marketing. We don't say that. My friend, Michelle, my coach, whatever. She's super knowledgeable. You'll love her and she'll be able to make the best recommendations and answer all of your questions. And so you can tell them that, and then you immediately make the message. You don't sit there and wait for them to be like, oh yeah, that's great. We can do that. No, you just do it. And if they're for some reason not down with the three-way message, I will coach you through how to have that conversation basically. So that's a super easy way to kind of follow up there. So that Audrey, for you specifically, I'd recommend kind of starting there, but I can absolutely get you that graphic too of like, here's the income opportunity.
I've seen it. That's one of like my things that I'm working on is like kind of where to find things and how to get a little bit more comfortable with finding the information and using some of these awesome tools that we have.
Yeah, I will say a lot of the graphics that I use, I actually pay. It's like a monthly membership that I pay for. There's a couple different people that are in Plexus. They're basically like VAs and create graphics and have various different like coaching programs and that kind of stuff. And so I am a part of one, and that's where I get a lot of my graphics. But since I am a part of it, I can share those and you can have them. I'm already paying for them. So if there's anything specific that you're ever looking for, you're welcome to like, hey, I need income graphic, or, I need a combo graphic or something like that. I am happy to share those too.
Okay.
Yep. Great questions. All right, ladies. Well, that was our hour together. Numero uno in the book. Thank you guys for being here. I know there were quite a few people that had like things come up today. It looks like Deidre got kicked off, probably driving into no man's land.
Yeah.
Kirsten just made a post, at a girl. Yay. So I want you guys to grab 10-15 minutes. I'm going to sign off of here, but I want you to grab that time. You came with a list of 10 people. If you did not come with a list of 10 people, I want you to think of 10 people, 5 easiest, 5 best. Who are those easiest people that are like, oh, okay, so think of those friends from like high school or college or whatever that you might not have talked to for a really long time, but you were really good friends. That's where I've been going lately. Like, and I've been going to my guy friends that I'm like, oh, I totally talk to Sean. Why did I never talk to him? There's no point in me not talking to them. So I think it's just because I had a chiller relationship with those people. I didn't have a lot of like female friends. But like, who are those super easy people that like, yeah, I'm going to message my sister, I'm going to message my mom, I'm going to message like my best friend from when I was 5 years old. Like, I'm going to message them. Okay. Your 5 easiest and your 5 best are who health issues, financial issues, they need Plexus. The best people to reach out to. They need this the most. They would do the best with this. Okay. So those are I want you to send out 10 messages, and then I want you to drop in the chat. You can message me, Kirsten. That's fine. Drop in the chat and say, I did my 10. And if you missed it with our message blitz, we're sending 10 messages every day. You're going to get an entry into like a prize pack giveaway that I'm going to do. And then I'll also send you a really fun video. You're going to love it. Joy, yours is coming. Your round 2 is coming. They're super fun. So, and just drop it in either the business chat or whatever team chat that you're in, like sent my 10 messages, done. And you'll be entered and you'll get a video. Super fun. All right, you guys.